is someone that you give advice to starting out knowing absolutely nothing?
Yeah, well, the most important thing is, and I truly believe this, is that first of all, you have to understand, see what, if the dojo has a proper teacher. This is something that is extremely important. What is the lineage of that teacher also too, because it is very important, and if people think that, unfortunately, because of commercialism, you see a lot of schools where people get a black belt in 2 years, or a kid's 11 years old and he's rocking around as a black belt. I personally have a big issue with this, I'm not saying that the kid could defend himself,
right,
but let's be realistic, let's be truthful on things, So that would be the first thing, is to make sure that it is a proper school. The other thing is, the most important thing is as difficult as this may be, is that one has to leave their ego outside and leave their ego out. Because if you come into it and think, well, I know this, and I'm a strong guy, I was a good athlete and stuff too, okay, chances are you're never going to succeed. Your chances are you're probably going to find something wrong with that school and you're going to want to leave and stuff too. So if you leave that outside and be just a good student, an open mind, and just learn and listen to your body. If you're tired of that, if you're a little bit older and you're doing jiu-jitsu and stuff too, if you're tired, don't go that day. Take your time. It is not, and I've told students this, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. The most important thing is to come in, have an open mind. Learn the basics. These are the things that will give you the longevity. Because if you know the fundamentals, then you're going to be able to build on those fundamentals for your whole career as you're training. And as you lose your speed, as you lose your strength, as you lose some of your flexibility, which is a natural progression of life, as you start losing it. But if you have these fundamentals, these basics, this will always stay with you. Always stay with you. And also too, and the atmosphere in the school. If you come into school and guys are, over aggressive and overly, over testosterone and stuff too, that might not be a good place. That might be a place where you're gonna get hurt. So these are the things that are very, very important. But like I said, to me, the most important thing is to find the right teacher. Because that is the difficult part. And if you're living in some place that doesn't, luckily we live in Los Angeles and Southern California, there's a lot of great teachers, But if you don't, you try to find the best one that you possibly can, and just go with the basics and try to understand what it is that they're teaching and try to be a good student. That's the most important thing.